All right, everyone, you will need a mat and your body. We're going to do a little mobility flow. It's very similar to my last flow, but we are doing it more for reps here. So we're kind of moving through several reps instead of just holding the pose one time. And we're going to start with scapula retraction. So I'm letting my body, my chest sink down, and then I'm pushing out and away from the ground to get some shoulder mobility. So if you notice, my elbows are not bending. I'm not bending my arms. I'm using my shoulder blades and squeezing them together. And then we're going to move into, more shoulder mobility and some big backward arm circles, about 3 to 5 reps. And then we're going to take it forward in the other direction, as big as you can make these circles. And then finally, a little spine twist. I want your head and neck and chest to follow your hand. Look at your hand and then weave it on underneath of you. Switching to the other side, a big shoulder rotation. And I want a big range of motion, not little circles, really just as large as you can make the circle. And then 3 to 5 reps of that spine twist, just kind of moving through it like a little flow. All right, now let's flip the toes and go into a downward dog position, reaching the hips up high. Lift the right leg up and then replace the right hand with your foot and immediately twist out. Now we're going to take that same hand that was raised up to the sky underneath of you, palm facing the ground. And I want you to flow through that 3 times at your own pace. And on the last one, you can keep your hands down. And then we're going to straighten and bend that front leg. Now it's easier if you think to hike your hips up to the ceiling than to actually bend and straighten your leg. So raise up your hips to get that deep hamstring stretch in your front leg. And then we'll do those on the other side. Left leg high from the downward dog position. Lunge forward, spine twist, reach the hand up, and then reach the hand under you. Wherever your hand goes, your head and neck will follow. This feels so good for the low and mid back. Also a great thigh and groin stretch. Then we'll move into that hip hike, just straightening and bending the front leg, getting a deep stretch in the hamstring of the front leg. All right, now we're going to go back to the right leg up high, swoop that into a pigeon stretch. Make sure your knee is right behind your wrist. Your ankle is right behind your other wrist, and then we'll go elbow, elbow, palm, palm, 3 to 5 times, moving through this deep glute muscle stretch. Then we'll do it on the other side. Swoop it in, make sure everything's square, adjust your knees as needed. And don't forget to breathe, you guys. Breathe while you're doing the flow. All right, back into downward dog and then sitting it into child's pose. Knees way apart, feet together. Sit your hips back on your heels and then just walk your hands over to the right and then walk your hands over to the left. Notice how I'm doing a finger stand. So I'm using my strong fingers, and this will help strengthen your wrists and just helps you get an overall deeper stretch that just goes out through your fingertips. Just feels so good. Do about 3 of these on each side. We're stretching the lats here, the whole side of the body, like a big side bend. And then walk your hands back to the middle, placing your elbows on the ground and all 10 fingers together. Just begin to bend the arms. Try to touch the back of your neck or the back of your shirt with your thumbs, your fingers. This is so good for your triceps and your chest. And that's it. Enjoy.